Shalom, all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rekah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, and a sincere salutation to all the occupants pushing this truth throughout the four winds of the earth, waking up the hopeful elect. Coming into another lesson, the Lord's willing to be edifying. I had a brother to come up on the comment board and ask me about Revelation, the 20th chapter, and if I can break it down. So this lesson, Lord's willing to be edifying, a short lesson about Revelation, the 20th chapter. So this is Revelation chapter 20, verse 1. And it reads, "And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit, and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years." Now that dragon, that old serpent, the devil and Satan, is the Roman Empire. Okay? That is the Roman Empire. When it say the dragon, that old serpent, it's talking about a man. Okay? It's talking about the philosophies of the so-called white man, Esau, Edom. Okay? Because they is cunning, they slick with their philosophies. Okay? With their democracy, with their legislations, okay, their laws, their ordinances, their rules. They control the entire globe with their legislations, with their democracy, with their laws, okay, with their penal codes, and with their judicial system, however you say it. Okay, they control everything through their philosophies. Okay, they philosophy, they psychologists, they geography and their archaeology and their technology, they scienceology, scientology, everything about North America, Esau, the serpent, the devil, Satan, controls the entire earth through their philosophies. That's why I tell you in Isaiah 24:5 that they changed the ordinance, they broken the everlasting covenant. Okay? They established their own laws. Isaiah 10:1 say, woe to him that decree unrighteous decrees. Okay? Woe to him that decree unrighteous decrees. And this is how they rule the earth, through their philosophies, man, through their laws. Okay? So they is that old serpent, that dragon. That's how they deceive Eve in the garden, man, with his philosophies, man. Okay, Satan deceived Eve with his philosophies. And he has a physical counterpart here on earth, which is the so-called white people. Now, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, the old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit. That bottomless pit is talking about Europe, man. Okay? Georgia, Russia, the Caucasus Mountain, man. And bound him 1,000 years in the bottomless pit, which is Europe. That's where they was locked up at, man. The Edomites. And shut him up and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. Okay? He was locked up, man, set a seal upon him for 1,000 years. Now, if you look on the screen, this is when Jake came into power. Okay, the Israelites. They didn't call themselves Israelites. They was under another name. And its title is called the Antonine Dynasty. Okay? The Antonine Dynasty consists of Nerva, Trajan, Hadrian, Antoninus, Marcus Aurelius, Lucius Verus, Averus, and Commodus. Okay? Again, the Antonine Dynasty consists of Nerva, Trajan, Hadrian, Antoninus, Marcus Aurelius, Lucius Verus, and Commodus. Then came after Commodus was Septimius Severus. Now a lot of people say it started with Septimius Severus, but you had the Antonine Dynasty, which is called the 5 good emperors. Okay? So before Septimius Severus, it was the Antonine Dynasty. And then Septimius Severus came afterward. And then from 138 to 192, then during like 193, that's when Septimius Severus came into power. And then from 193 to 325 is when Constantine came into power. Now you know how it go down. When one man come to power, then he have kids, and they have kids, and that's who take the throne. So from 193, after Commodus, Septimius Severus came into power. Now he wasn't in this lineup with these guys on the Antonine Dynasty. He came in later, Septimius Severus. But the genealogies go, and we all know how it go, when a man have kids and this kid has kids, and it be passed down from generation to generation. But when you look up the history, and you can do that, so let's say Marcus Aurelius and Lucius Verus succeeded Antoninus upon the emperor's death, and co-ruled until Verus' death in 169. Marcus continued the Antonine legacy after Verus' death as an unpretentious and gifted administrator and leader. He died in 180 and was followed by his biological son Commodus. Okay. After Commodus came Septimius Severus. Now, that's when the fall, when them 1,000 years, when that angel that came down and had a chain in his hand, it say, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having a key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand, and he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil, meaning deceiver, and Satan, which is adversary, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, which is Europe, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. That's when we rule for 1,000 years. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. Now, what you got to understand is, in Revelation chapter 20, when you read verse 1 through 3, it stops and it jumps back off at verse 7. And I'm going to read to you again. This is verse 3. Till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that, he must be loosed a little season. Verse 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth. Okay. Now, he should go out to the seed of nations. For a little, he must be loosed a little season. And that's when they came back into power after the 1,000 years was up. In the mid late 1300s, all the way up to now. They came back into power during the late 1300s, all the way up to right now. Now, this is Revelation 13 and 3, because he was loose that little season, and they are loose right now. See, this prophecy, they can't break down to you in the churches because they don't understand what it's talking about. That's why these pastors in the churches and these pastors you see on TV, they don't go into Revelation or Daniel because they don't understand the prophecies, man. What they say is the book is still, Revelation and Daniel is still sealed. Well, I tell you in Revelation the 5th chapter that the seals were loosened, man. Okay? When Yahushua came and died on the cross, who the word ignorant called Jesus, he loosened the seals, man. That's why I tell you in Luke, I think it's Luke 45, Luke 24. Matter of fact, I'm going to read that real quick. That he gave his prophets the understanding, man. This is Luke 24 and verse 45. Then open he their understanding that they may understand the scriptures. Okay? So, the seals were loosened, man. So his elect can understand the scriptures to break them down properly. Now, he was loosed a little season so he can go out and see the whole world. How did he do that? With his iconoclasm. Okay, the whitewashing of everything. He whitewashed everything. Rebirth. Renaissance mean rebirth. Okay? That's what Renaissance mean. It mean rebirth of the Edomites coming back into power after them 1,000 years was up. Okay, iconoclasm is when they whitewashed everything. Now, before I read this Revelation 13 and 3, I'm going to read this. This is Job 9 and 24. And it reads, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So if the wicked is telling you, if the wicked didn't cover up the face of the judges, where and who did it? Now the Israelites was in captivity during this time. This when the Edomites came back into power. So the Israelites was in captivity. So who covered up the face of the judges? The judges is Yahushua, the Israelites, all 12 tribes. Okay, Moses, King David, Solomon. Okay, the Most High Yahweh. They never seen the Most High Yahweh, but in the 16th chapel, they got this thing called the finger of God, where it's supposed to be the Most High touching that finger of Moses. Okay, and they got them all Edomites. They colored Edomite, so-called white people. Now they got the Most High Yahweh white, Adam is white, King David is white, Solomon is white. Okay? The 12 tribes of Israel is white. Moses is white, man. They got the angels white. Okay? Now, in the movie, the 10 Commandments, the old movie, 1960 or 70, whatever, they got Charles Heston playing Moses. He's an Edomite, a so-called white man. Now, this how wicked these Edomites is who covered the face of the judges. In that movie, the 10 Commandments, they have Pharaoh as an Edomite. And we know the Miss Ryan, the Egyptians, they were dark-skinned people. They were they are the sons of Ham. But in that movie, they got the Edomites as the Egyptians. Okay? And the 12 tribes of Israel is so-called white people. Charles Heston, who was playing Moses, a so-called white man. Now in the new the new Exodus movie, played by Christian Bale, him being Moses, okay, and they got the 12 tribes of Israel in the new Ten Commandments movie called Exodus. Christian Bale playing Moses, he's an Edomite. The 12 tribes of Israel, they Edomites, okay. The Egyptians in the new Exodus movie, they Edomites. So this devil, man, this is what they do. They've been in the power since the late 1300s all the way up to now, and they have covered the faces of the judges thereof, okay, and set their decrees, man, and destroy everything. That's how they deceive the whole world, man, because they covered the faces of the judges, man. Okay, it tell you when in Isaiah 14, he said he's sitting in the seat of God in the sides of the north, and he will be as God. That's the same thing he told Eve. She will be like God, man. She will be as a God knowing good and evil, and surely she will not die. Okay? I tell you that in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, man, that he is going to be like God, man. Same thing in Ezekiel 28th chapter. Okay? And how do Esau, Edom play God, man? With their heart surgeries, with their technology, with their brain surgery. Okay, he said he would exalt himself above the heights of the clouds, man. Okay, above the stars. Meaning with his planes, his helicopter, his jets. Okay. Playing rocket, man. Shooting his rockets that goes nowhere. They have never been to the moon. They lied. Okay. They cannot get past the Van Allen belt. Okay. The radiation belt that's around the earth. They can't get past that, so they lied about that, man. But they playing God because they can exalt themselves in the heights of the clouds, man. Like they really going to space. And they got their jets. Okay, their technology. Brain transplants and heart transplants. Okay. And they AI technology. This is how they deceive the earth, man. Through their democracy, through their legislations, through their laws, their philosophies, their ordinances that they change, man. Okay? Their decrees. It tell you in Isaiah 10:1, they decree unrighteous decrees, man. This is how they control the whole earth. And everybody is wondering after these demons, man. Because of their philosophies, man. Everybody want to go to college and take on this philosophy and that philosophy. Okay? Either archaeology or Scientology or astrology or geology or some kind of ology, man. Okay? Following the ways of these Edomites, man, who deceive the whole earth, man. And then Constantine and the Council of Nicaea, they set up, which was already set up generations before them. They just bind all the religions together on the one banner, which is called Christianity. Okay? They bind everything together on the Christianity. And when Esau came into power, he took that over and deceived the world even further. On top of his philosophies, okay? On top of their philosophies, they had Christianity as well, man. Methodist, Catholic, Pentecostal, Baptist, Methodist, Protestant, Jehovah's Wickedness, and destroyed the world with these philosophies, man. Okay? On top of already decreeing unrighteous decrees, changing the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. I mean, if I'm going to read that. This is Isaiah 24. Because these devils is wicked, man. This is how they control the earth, man. They deceive the whole earth with their philosophies, man. Isaiah 24 verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, meaning the ones who the earth was given to, Job 9:24, because they have transgressed the laws of the Most High They changed everything. They transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Okay? Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth. What curse, man? The curse of the Esau, the curse of Esau, Edom, the so-called white race. They have destroyed the earth, man. This is what they do, man. Okay? Raid, rob, pillage, castrate, burn you alive, hang you, go in and take over countries. They have over 800 military bases. More than that. Throughout the four winds of the earth. All four corners of the earth. And they control the earth through their democracy, their philosophy, their legislations, their laws, man, their ordinances. Okay? Going back to Revelation again. Reading this again. Revelation chapter 20 and verse 7. And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth. That means they control everything through their laws, man. Okay? This is how we know this is talking about the Edomites, man. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Okay? For a little season, man. To deceive the whole earth. And the only people that's going to be deceived by this is the 2/3 and all the Gentile nations, man. Because the elect would not be deceived by this madness, man. This is Revelation 13, verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death. And that's talking about the Roman Empire when it was taken down. And his deadly wound was healed. That's North America coming back as the Roman Empire revived. And all the world wondered after the beast, and they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And this is what they do, man. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God and blaspheming his name. Because they said that the Most High name is Yahweh, Jehovah. Okay? His son name is Jesus or Yahshua. Okay? Or Jesus Christos. It say to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle. Okay? And them that dwell in heaven. Talking about the angels, Yahweh, Yahweh Shai. His tabernacle is talking about the elect Israelites, man. Okay? His people, man. His people. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. Okay? That's talking, it's a kindreds, tongues, and nations, meaning the four corners of the earth, as I read to you in Revelation 20 in verse, let me see that, Revelation 20 and 8. Okay? Kindreds, tongues, and nations, man. Over the four corners of the earth, man. The four quarters of the earth, man. This is what he do. He controls everything, man. Through their philosophies. That's him going out to deceive the whole world, man. Okay, with his whitewashing. Saying that Mary was a virgin. And that come from Babylonian custom, from Semiramis and Nimrod. Mary was a virgin. Okay? That miraculous conception. That the Israelites is white. The Most High is white. Yahweh Shai is white. King David and Solomon is white. Moses is white. That's the iconoclasm. Okay? That's him being loosed a little season to deceive the whole world. And it was given to him to make war with the saints. And that's why I tell you, making war with the saints is what, man? destroying the nation of Israel, man, the Israelites, because the elites know who we are, man, starting with the Rothschilds. They know who we are, man. That's why they got chemtrails, GMO foods, contaminated water, vaccine shots to the kids, okay? And in the black area, man, the so-called black areas, man, okay? Because they know that we are the chosen seed of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, man. Okay? Killing our people in the street with these wicked polices. Got drugs and guns everywhere. Esau is trying to wipe away. That's why I say it was given to him to make war with the saints, man. The saints are the Hebrew Israelites. It tell you that in Psalm 50 and 5, man. Then it tell you that in Psalms 148. Okay? The saints are the Israelites, man. And he's trying to destroy the nation of Israel because they know, man. Okay? Because they know. And they have a perpetual hatred. A perpetual hatred with the nation of Israel. And they tell you that in Amos chapter 1 verse 11 and Ezekiel 35, man. They have a perpetual hatred with the nation of Israel. And you can go look it up. What perpetual hatred mean? It mean enmity, man. Okay? Now when you go to Genesis, and this is why they're doing this, man. This is Genesis chapter 3 and verse 15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed, and it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. That's why I tell you in Genesis 25 that it's enmity between the Edomites and the Israelites, okay? And that's him making war with the saints, man, because he know. Why does it say he make war with the saints? That lets you know that, hey, just right there, man, that lets you know that the Edomites are not the saints, man. Okay? The Israelites are the saints. This is Genesis 25 and verse 22. And the children struggled together within her, and she said, if it be so, why am I thus? Meaning, if it's a good thing for me to have these kids, why are they fighting like this in my stomach, in my womb? And she went to inquire of the Lord Yahweh, and the Lord said to her, 2 nations are in thy womb, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. Okay? 2 nations are in thy womb. Okay, he said 2 nations are in thy womb. 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. That's the Edomites and the Israelites. It's enmity between those people. That's why he was given power to go make war with the saints, man. And for edification, letting you know about the saints. This is Psalm 55. Gather my saints together up unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. What covenant? The law, statute, and commandment that he gave to the Israelites on Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses, man. Okay? That covenant, man. And this is Psalms. He said, gather my saints together. Who are the saints? The Hebrew Israelites, man. And I'm going to prove that. This is Psalms 148, verse 14. He also exalted the horn of his people, a possessive pronoun, the praise of all his saints, even of the children of Israel, a people near unto him. Praise ye the Lord, Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. The saints are the Israelites, man. I just read it to you, okay? The saints are the Hebrew Israelites, man. That's why I said in Revelation that, reading again, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. He can't deceive the 1/3, man. That's why I say if it were so, he can deceive the very elect. But that's not possible, man. It tell you in 2 Corinthians that Satan have transformed himself into a marvelous light, man. 2 Corinthians 11:22. Okay? Matter of fact, just to double check that. Not 2 Corinthians 11:22. It's 2 Corinthians and let's see. Oh, 2 Corinthians 11:14. It say, and no marvel, for Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. So he can't deceive the elect, man. But he have deceived the whole earth, man, which is 2/3 of the people. Okay? 2/3 of Israel is 66.6%, man. And they're going to take the RFID microchip. But the point of this lesson is that Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, was bound 1,000 years, starting with the Antonine dynasty, man. Okay? To Septimius Severus, down to Constantine, for 1,000 years, man. Okay, it started with these men, though. It started with these men. The title of this lesson, the angel that cast the dragon into the bottomless pit. That bottomless pit is Europe, man. Georgia, Russia. That's where they was at, man. In the Caucasus Mountain, which is just like the other home, which is Petra, Mount Seir. Okay, which is their biblical home, Mount Seir, Petra. Okay, Georgia, Russia, the Caucasus Mountain. That's where they get the name Caucasian from. Okay, Caucasian mean cave dweller, man. That's what it means. So, Lord's willing, this was edifying. Oh, matter of fact, this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 8. And it reads, and then shall that wicked be revealed. Who is the wicked? Okay, who is the wicked? According to Malachi, chapter 1, verse 3 and 4. And I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, and that's beautiful because I almost forgot to bring out this precept. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, meaning when they was in captivity for 1,000 years. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but, meaning we're going to come out of this, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down. And they shall call them the border of wickedness, the people against whom the Lord hath indignation forever. It said the people, okay, that, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. What I just read to you in 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall the wicked be revealed. So who is the wicked? Reading again. It said, whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus said the Lord, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness. So Edom is the border of wickedness, according to the scriptures. Malachi chapter 1, verse 3 and 4. Okay? He said we are impoverished, meaning when they was put down for the 1,000 years. But we will return and build a desolate places. And they did that with North America. Okay? With the voyages of Cristobal Colon, who the word England called Christopher Columbus, and this other voyager, this Italian map maker, Amerigo Vespucci. Okay? When they came over here to the islands, Christopher Columbus landed in the islands, and Amerigo Vespucci came over here to North America, okay? And they took over this land, man. And then they came over here with, then you got the forefathers came over here, George Washington and them wicked Masons, okay, and built up their cities, man. They returned and built the desolate places, okay? They shall build. But Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh said, I will throw down. But he said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. And they did that, man. Right now, we living in it. We looking at it in North America, man. And all the other countries around the world, man. Okay? England, Britain, all these places, man. Ireland, Scotland, everywhere. Edomites control the whole earth, man. That's why Job 9:24 said the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. They returned after the 1,000 years and rebuilt their cities, man. Okay? This is facts. It's proof. Scriptures and history, man. It all links up together. Going back to 2 Thessalonians 2:8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And he's doing that with his prophets, man. The spirit of the Lord's mouth is his prophets out here bringing out this truth, man. Revealing everything. And I also tell you that in Revelation that when the dragon was trying to destroy the woman who was about to give birth to the child, it say that the earth opened up and helped the woman. Okay? Meaning all the information came out. The books, different documents, it all came out. Revealing who the Edomites is, man. Okay, Psalm 64:8 said their tongue shall fall upon themselves. You got Edomite scholar wrote a book called Roman Empire of the Edomites. You got another Edomite wrote a book called Wiseman Charles, Who is Esau Edom? Okay, then you got the encyclopedia, 1945 or the 1925 encyclopedia. They tell you that Edom is modern day Jewry, man. Okay, so the earth, so all this truth is coming out, man. Everything is being revealed. So when it said when the dragon spewed the water out of his mouth to try to drown the woman up, man, it said the earth opened up and helped the woman, meaning all the information, man. Okay, the dragon tried to flood and destroy with all his philosophies, but the earth opened up and helped the woman, meaning all the information. Okay, there's truth coming out. So the spirit of his mouth is his prophets, man. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, meaning his chariots with them laser beams and them ICBM, them intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Okay? But the wicked has been revealed, man. It's Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? So, Lord, when it was edifying, I want to say all praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekah, Korash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And a sincere salutation to all the occupants pushing this truth toward the four winds of the earth, waking up the hopefully elect. Shalom.